Okay, well, hello everybody and welcome. Thanks for sharing your valuable time with us. My name's Andrew Twelftree. Now today, I'm going to share something with you that's pretty close to my heart, that's actually helped me escape from my situation and is giving so many others a way out as well. So what have we got for you today? How to begin creating the lifestyle of a professional investor without a huge outlay of time or money. Now, I'm guessing this might not be your first information call on how to start getting some freedoms in your life. The first thing I'd like to mention is if you've struggled or failed to generate any lasting passive income in the past, it's not your fault. The information you're required to do it is not taught in our education systems around the world. In my view, that's deliberate, but that's a whole other story. So unless you went to university and studied or had wealthy parents, how are you supposed to know? Personally, I wish I knew then what I know now, so I'm sure you feel the same. Now, if you've been worried that you haven't been able to reach financial freedom yet, I want to put those fears to rest. You can do this. You just need the right information and the right people to explain it. Now, the system, as we call it, school, TV, university, news, movies, parents, banks, governments, everything and everyone is out there to make you go to school, get a good education, get a trade or a degree, get a good job and work hard for 40 to 50 years and you'll have a great life. Now, what does that really get you? Because I did that, guys. I started my career with a crippling debt going to university. I had no time, no freedom, living paycheck to paycheck, and I was heading towards a 70-year-old retirement package with failing health due to so many years in the stressful workplace. Does that sound about right? So if you've ever thought that the government and the banks actually want you to fail, you're probably right. They don't benefit from you succeeding. They want to keep you in debt and in need. The difference is with us, we actually care about your success and truly want to see you living the life of your dreams. So who are we trying to help in this call? Right, my goal is to help two kinds of people. For those who've been working for 20 years or more and are not in the position to retire financially free, and also for those just starting out, you'll learn how to avoid years of stress and struggle in the workforce. So how are we going to do that? We're going to explain the new economic evolution of the world and how it can help you escape all those years of pain and suffering. Now, that being said, we do need to do a compliance. SWIG are not registered brokers or advisors. Consider information offered as recommendation or personal advice. All business opportunities come with risks, so please be responsible for your own results. Figures offered are for illustrative purposes only. We do not offer financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and seek confirmation from a licensed accountant or financial advisor for compliance in your country. Just make sure they are smart ones and not just tax collectors. So, who am I? My name is Andrew Twelftree. I'm a president within the SWIG organisation. I'm an international speaker and I'm a private investor both inside and outside of SWIG. I'm a full-time online marketer and networker, but I never used to be. All right? I used to be a civil engineer working on hot, dusty construction sites in Australia, anywhere from 10 to 12 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week. You know, the alarm would go off at 5:30 in the morning. You get to press sleep once for 9 minutes, roll through out of bed, into the shower, into your clothes, toast and coffee out the door by 5:49, or I'd catch the traffic. Okay, arrive at 7 a.m, have two phones, one in each ear with the boss in one ear and the labour force in the other. I'd work back after everyone went home, and some would get home somewhere 6:30, 7 o'clock at night and fall asleep in front of the TV with, a TV dinner. Now, guys, that isn't living. That's surviving. I pretty soon learned to resent the time I spent at work rather than at home with the family where I needed to be. So I'm an Australian living in the Philippines by choice. I'm a cryptocurrency enthusiast, and also I'm a global investment portfolio co-owner. Now, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, guys. Not all that long ago, i.e. within a year, right? It was slightly longer than a year ago. Everything had culminated to a point where I had $50 to my name. I was living in a construction yard for 2 weeks awaiting a flight back to the Philippines. The only place I could get internet was if I sat my computer on a bin right next to the wall of the office building there. That was my office chair, an upturned esky. I spent 12 to 18 hours a day working my backside off, building swig so I could eat. All right, nothing like having your back to the wall. But mate, we got through it, earned enough to get by, moved to the Philippines, and everything worked out. Now, obviously back then, Skyway was our first project. It had a limitation that made us really struggle to earn the kind of incomes that people need. Now, February this year, I was at a function in Malaysia. We heard an announcement that the second project was going to be launched. Now, once the crypto unit program was officially announced, it was at the start of March this year, it was announced, we went to work. All right, and since then, we've been able to realise several dreams, obviously reached the top rank in the company, travelled to about 6 different countries this year, and we've now got freedom and choices. It's a long way from sitting on an esky on front of a bin. So what is, let's quickly show you. The Skyway technology, we are SWIG, we sell education. When we sell education, the revenue, half of it went to Skyway technology, and in return, we actually got equity ownership in the company. That is our business model. March this year, our crypto unit program, our second project, launched. We still sell education, and we get in return equity ownership in the global investment portfolio that our crypto unit is wrapped around. Coincidentally enough, we are the largest shareholders in the Skyway technology, so we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. The added bonus is for 7 months, we've been receiving loyalty bonuses, and just a week ago, not even, we started receiving also profit share bonuses from the profit from the portfolio. So we have as well now money, which was the one limitation that the Skyway program had. Things have changed. This has allowed us to go from, construction yard to freedom. So let's have a look at what the new economic evolution of the world is, right? There are 3 pillars. It's like a 3-legged stool. The first pillar is education. Now, let's have a look at this. Now, we alluded earlier, the education system doesn't work. We've tried this. They force you to go to school, get education, and work hard for your life. Now, what does that really do? That filters your wealth from your, wealth and toil from your pocket into the banks and the governments, right? On our side of the system, our lessons fast-track you to the wealth creation mindset. It teaches you how to develop business and investments where you get people and money working for you. Over this side, we've got unlimited, uncapped passive income stream and financial freedom on offer. So when people see or hear financial freedom, do they get visions of mansions, Lamborghinis, 50-foot yachts and private jets? Most people do, but really it's not. If you can learn how to generate enough passive income to cover your expenses existing, are you not financially free? Can you then work on business and investments to work on lifestyle after that? I suggest you can. Now, freedom and choices are a lot closer than you think. So not to harp on it too much, but really the education side will help you fast track your knowledge and understanding and mindset to that of the super wealthy. We're going to be throwing out some of our limiting beliefs that have been brainwashed into us from kindergarten. You have to work hard to make money. Money doesn't grow on trees. All of those illusions. The world is an abundant place, guys. So learn where and how to get in on the best investments as well. So the next pillar this is what gets most people excited initially. Co-ownership. Now, this allows everyday people like us to tap into a global investment portfolio, profit from it, whilst you develop your own. Now, at this point, I'd like to introduce you to our CEO, Andrew Twelftree. He is a professional investor, a self-made multi-millionaire. He is the founder of Skyway Invest Group, the creator of the Academy of a Private Investor, and is a finance and investments business coach. Now, Andre, back in 2011, launched the Academy of a Private Investor, which is an education course teaching you how to become a professional investor. It evolved into Skyway Invest Group in 2014. So we have been around for 9 years, guys. We are not new kids on the block. Now, let's have a look at the portfolio and how it evolved. Back in 2014, Andre knew that at some point, the crowdfunding efforts for the Skyway technology would come to an end, and they have almost done so. He knew we would need an instrument to move forward and promote as SWIG members. So back then, he started a portfolio with $26,000 of his own money, right? He used the strategies we teach and invested that money. As of March this year, it got up to $12 million. We then wrapped a security token offering around it and put it into pre-launch. Now, August this year, it was at $63 million. As of November, it is hovering around $100 million from 26,000 guys. So what have we got? We've got, I'm going to skim through this, we're going to expand on it further. Real estate developments. We own 1.4 billion Skyway shares, about 25% of the company. We own 3 gold mines and counting. We have gold trading. We have investments in the USA and Russian stock markets. UGPay and GeniePay, along with our banking license and brokerage firms, is allowing us to have our fully fledged online bank and be able to buy and sell securities all around the world. We are going to be building our own eco-culture around our crypto unit program. Very exciting. We are in the movie industry. We have cash investments and reserves, and we have cryptocurrency holdings, ATMs, and our own trading, automatic trading thing that we're just dabbling in as for a bit of fun. So let's compare our crypto unit club to other instruments in the marketplace. Many people would have heard of an ICO, which is an initial coin offering. This is an unregulated industry that all you require is a coin on the blockchain, a white paper, a scratched up website, and a story. Now the story could be, we are going to disrupt the banking industry by having unlimited international transactions for minimal fees 24 hours a day. Right? People go, oh, wow, that sounds awesome. We're going to throw money at that in the hope that it would actually reach an exchange, spike up significantly in price so they could sell their coins at extreme profit and solve all of their financial problems. Now, traditionally, what's happened is a lot of unscrupulous people have done that, launched ICOs and taken off with the money, leaving people out of pocket, angry, disillusioned and gun shy to other opportunities. Now, here's the point, guys. We are not an ICO. We are in the pre-launch of a security token offering, the final stages of a pre-launch, okay? Where security token offering, security is the operative word, guys. That indicates that there is an underlying asset. Now, the asset in our case is the global investment portfolio that we've briefly discussed. Now, if the portfolio has gone from 26,000 to 12 million to 63 million to 100 million, that's a pretty strong upwards trend, isn't it? Do you think that trend will continue? In fact, I believe it will accelerate as time goes by. Now, with that, what do you think that'll do to the price of our token? Absolutely. When we hit the public markets, do you think that's going to create a lot of institutional demand? Absolutely. So the prices we're getting at the moment, we are getting pre-launch prices. So we are still early adopters, guys. The tokens or that we receive with our education packages will not be able to be accumulated at these discounts ever again. Phase 2 is our global merchandising phase, where financial advisors will be able to sell this to their database, and our crypto ATM sweeps the globe, and our crypto exchanges get their hands on it. Third phase is when we go onto the exchanges fully SEC compliant. Sometime in the first quarter next year is the anticipated date. Now, once public launch happens, we won't get the discounts we are getting today. So we have the opportunity to accumulate a lot of these tokens right now and create some insane wealth. Once we actually move onto the marketplace, 65% of every new dollar spent on released tokens gets kicked back into our global investment portfolio, increasing its size significantly. We're talking hundreds of millions, billions of dollars, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this will get insane very quickly. Now, as I said before, we've been receiving loyalty bonuses for 7 months now, and we are just starting to receive profit bonuses from the portfolio as well. So what have we really got, guys? We've got an investment portfolio that's designed or strategically designed to last for decades, if not generations. As we have our leadership committees gathered around our system, protecting it moving forward. So what have we got, guys? Anywhere between 8 and 35% of the portfolio will be shared to the token holders as a bonus every month. So what we have is an ongoing, increasing monthly passive income that'll last you for the rest of your life, that you'll be able to will onto your children and them to theirs. Is that not what everybody is looking for? Absolutely. So for a moment, let's talk about the US dollar. Back in '71, Richard Nixon temporarily removed the gold standard from the US dollar. At that point, it made every currency around the world a fiat currency. It allowed also banks and governments to conjure money up out of thin air, and they've been doing so in the trillions. All right, quantitative easing, 1, 2, 3. Now, just on a side note, if you have studied the history of money, every fiat currency in the history of time, and there's been over 600 of them, have all returned to their intrinsic value of 0. Why will this be any different? All right. So back in the 50s and 60s, or if you're not prepared for what's coming, guys, you could very well get wiped out. So, but back in the 1950s and 60s, you could actually exchange your money for gold. Gold is a brilliant store of value. Back in the Roman days, you could buy a chariot for a bar of gold, and today you can buy a car. Now, imagine if you had these 4 shiny bars of gold on your kitchen bench, apart from going, yay, is there any way you can create 20 bars of gold of the same size without digging them up out of your back garden, buying them, or hijacking the golden goose? There isn't, is there? Because it's a finite amount of a precious metal. This is why banks and governments hate it, because they can't print it. All right. Now, on the other side of the fence, our golden goose, our global investment portfolio, literally can and will produce 20 bars of gold, because we own several gold mines, along with diamond production, land holdings, you name it, every other investment, which we're going to expand on in that portfolio. So our asset actually grows in value and not just price like gold will. I hope I've imparted my vision in there. So let's have a look at some of the investments within our portfolio to give you an idea. Now, we have the venture capital segment. Now, at the moment, we've got 2 companies in there, Skyway Technology, which was our first project, coincidentally, and Basalt. Now, we'll briefly talk about both. Skyway Technology, we have many different models, both cargo and passenger, that are certified to construct around the world. They are starting with a unibus and a high-speed train certification track in the United Arab Emirates near Dubai. Okay, we can build linear cities, and we've got a whole other range of technologies which are economically friendly and very profitable as well. So we will make a bucket load of money with the Skyway technology. Secondly, we are 50-50 partners with a basalt company. Now, basalt is derived from volcanic rock. They melt it down and make a fibre from it. Now, that fibre is similar to carbon fibre, just to give you an idea. We can actually make textiles with it. We can actually make skins for cars and aeroplanes and things like that. It can be used in space technology. We can build household furniture with it. 3D printing. Now, because I'm an engineer, or used to be in a past life, I like to talk about this. Every concrete structure on the planet has some kind of steel reinforcing in it, unless it's like a garden path or something. House footings, buildings, anything concrete. Now look how much reinforcement is in that. Steel is heavy, expensive, hard to construct with because of the weight. You need cranes and things like that. Now basalt can actually create or construct reinforcement bars for concrete. They are a fraction of the weight, a fraction of the price. They don't corrode, all right? And it's readily available. So the market potential of this company alone is in the trillions, all right? Our production facility will be starting construction early in 2020 and be producing hopefully later that year. Now, the long-term benefits of this are insane. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, we are also in the precious metals arena. We currently have 3 gold mines. We are negotiating another one in Australia. The Ural Gold is already producing. Now, Alex, myself, and about 700 other leaders that were in Goa in India have actually seen the contracts for this, along with many of the other investments within the portfolio. The annex on this contract showed that by April next year, they will produce 40 tonne of gold and then 10 tonne of gold per month thereafter. We own 50% of that. So June next year, we'll have 30 metric tons of gold. Now, why 30? I'll explain in Q&A. But imagine when we get all of the other gold mines producing as well. Now, we are also currently producing income from trading in gold as well. Now, if that doesn't get you exciting, what about having our own fully fledged online bank? UG Pay has been signed off by a notary in Singapore that we can be our fully fledged online bank. We have investments into a holding that owns a bank. So in effect, we have access to a banking license as well. We have several brokerage firms. We have one in Delaware. We have one in Cyprus to cover the Europe market. We are working on one in Singapore and India, so we can be able to buy and sell securities all the way around the world. Genie Pay is an online payment system. CryptoMat, our own ATMs. You can feed cash into this and buy cryptocurrency, including our crypto unit, Bitcoin and others. But you can also put cryptocurrency, our crypto unit, into the machine and pull cash out. These machines will be utilised insanely. They will produce anywhere between 500, 1,000 and upwards, depending on turnover, per day, per machine. We currently have 4 installed in offices in Europe, and we are working on red tape to get them into the States and other countries as well. We plan on having tens of thousands of these across the planet. Talk about learning how to print money on demand. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, the stock market. We have investments in the US stock market, the Russian stock market, IPO deals, and mutual funds as well. Okay, we won't go on about too much, but a lot of the big names we are part owners in. So whenever they profit, so do we. Cryptocurrency, all right, we have our STO and crypto unit investments. We have holdings in several coins, and we have our own little trading thing we're testing. as a bonus. It's actually making money. We've made 73 grand out of it so far. And that's just a side thought, just to have a bit of fun. All right. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, this might. Equity in different businesses. Now, Sushi Master is a Japanese cuisine restaurant chain. There are about, as of the function in October, there were about 230 stores. We are 5% owners of them. All right. But we also have some franchises. We own 50-50 franchises. We've got 2 already and 100% franchise. Now, the 50-50 ones, we front the money to get the store off the ground. From the profits, we get paid back 100% until our investment is returned. And then we share the profits 50-50 with Sushi Master, and they manage the store. I say rack them up one after the other, and we will. We also have a 100% franchise that's going to open in Belarus in the new year. I believe they're constructing it right now. Now, between April 2020 and 2021, Sushi Master have a goal of opening 2,000 additional stores. That will mean a capitalisation of around $5 to $10 billion. We are 5% owners of that, guys, and we'll earn ongoing revenue. How's that? Chicard is an online discount shopping mall of sorts. This is just a bonus, guys. They will incorporate that within our UG Pay, Genie Pay ecosystem in our back office as a bonus. All right, now if that doesn't get you excited, we are also making movies. In India, on stage, we met Dragon Man. He is the, now we actually saw the shorts to the movie as well. Now for us Westerners, it's a little bit corny, but the Asian market love that stuff. All right, we're also going to move into Bollywood as well. Now, Andre said that we'll end up making about a $2.5 million investment in Dragon Man, and it could net anywhere up to $90 or $100 million for our initial outlay. All right, for some reason, if the movie doesn't go as well as some, we'll probably only make 2 or 3 times or 4 times our money. All right, but mate, the insane potential there. Real estate, we have land in Phuket, Thailand. We also have land in the Crimea on the Black Sea. They are both oceanside lots. We are going to be building, or we've started building the road through the Thailand one. Resorts, we're going to be using the Marriott timeshare business model to make insane profit from those resorts as well. Now, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Nothing official has been announced, but there has been rumour potentially of a crypto unit program similar to our crypto unit right now that may be launched to raise funds for this, which would mean ongoing loyalty bonuses, part ownership, dividends, you name it, okay? So how exciting is that? Next, we generate or we create our own diamonds. These are some of them. They are so good you can barely tell ours from natural diamonds. Now, we could either sell these to mining companies for diamond head drill bits. We can sell them direct to jewelers so they can make jewelry, or we could make our own and sell these things at 5 or 6 times the price. We'll probably do all of the above. How cool is that? In fact, we've got who's seen the crypto unit ring where there's a 1 carat diamond in the middle of that we actually created? All right, so that's insane. Now, we have also a heap of IPO deals, right? Revolve is an LA fashion company. CrowdStrike, an antivirus program for businesses. Now, we've invested in the IPOs and already doubled our money. Most of you have heard of Fiverr, where you get little jobs done on the internet. Chewy. Now, this is what I thought it was, but actually it's a online pet store large in America. It's probably why we haven't heard of it. They wanted to go international. They needed an influx of funds to do it. They came to us and we struck a deal. So we gave them money in exchange for equity ownership in their company. Who's heard of the show Shark Tank, where companies do that? They come and pitch their products and services looking for money. We are like the sharks, guys. We can pick and choose which investments suit us best so that our portfolio will grow in both capitalisation and ongoing revenue. A few others, just to name a few: Adaptive Technologies, Change Healthcare, The Real, Medallia, Health Catalyst, Live On Go, just to name a few, and there are heaps of others. So that, guys, is just the co-ownership. Now, you wonder why people are excited. Once they understand that they can be included in something like that, then the education actually comes into the fore and they understand. Now, the third pillar, it's like the third leg on the stool, right? This is what many of us have embraced, and that I embraced, to go from the construction yard to freedom and choices, guys. Business, we'll give a little run through. Now, don't get me wrong, you don't have to share this or build a team. You can actually earn your financial freedom passively by acquiring enough or large enough education packages to accumulate a lot of tokens, and then you can sit back and wait for the dividends. All right, that is possible. But if you embrace the business side and share this life-changing opportunity with other people, helping them on their path to their financial freedom, you notice I said them and they a lot, all right, because we are solving people's problems. We are not trying to get them to make a commission. So by doing so, guys, we earn real-time commissions paid into our back office that you can either pull out and go and buy your shopping with, or you can use them to accumulate more tokens. Now, obviously, as you share, you also earn bonus tokens as well for free. Now, obviously, the bigger the amount, or the larger the number of people you share it with, the more your income becomes. Now, what I want to do, guys, before we wind up, is share 3 secrets with you. You can actually fast track your knowledge and mindset to that of the super wealthy. Get rid of a lot of those limiting beliefs that we've been brainwashed into us by the system through the years. We can jumpstart your wealth creation by tapping you into our global investment portfolio within our crypto unit program. Now, look at all the investments you get as part of that. And I give you the tip, as you work through and rub shoulders with the leaders in this industry, you get onto other investment opportunities which will help you further compound your money. Now, we also learn to compound your efforts significantly by helping others on their path to their freedom. This combination, ladies and gentlemen, can only be done with SWIG. Right? I haven't seen anywhere else where you can do the 1, 2, 3 combination. So it's easy to get started, guys. Grab the link from the person who has invited you. We have news, training, and support. So if you want to gently build a team or build one on purpose, you can become a professional investor both inside and outside of Skyway Invest Group. We want you to create multiple massive passive income streams so that you can have your financial freedom and in turn help others reach theirs. So you can start doing what you love and follow your passion. What we're also, and the cat's back, every meeting, we're also leaving a legacy for your family. So